Hi all, welcome back to one more session. Today we are going to discuss the chapter triangles for grade 10, and as you all know, triangle is one of the most important chapter for the year, and you are going to get multiple questions from this chapter. There will be MCQs. At the same time, there will be questions of higher weightage. Okay. So usually what we do is that we have our discussions are basically based on a worksheet which consists of the important theory part along with all the questions of NCERT reader and additional previous year questions, HOTs and all kind of stuff, all wide variety of questions. That's how we have done the previous chapters and all. So this chapter being part of geometry, we will be focusing our discussion primarily on the NCERT reader, because you are expected to get questions from the reader as such. Once we finish the reader comfortably, then we will set aside one session preferably for discussing additional questions and outside questions. So let us start. Last year we have discussed, in grade 9 you have learned about congruent figures, right? What do you mean by congruent figures? For example, what is congruent triangle? I'm just going to draw a triangle here, okay, and let's put up a triangle here, okay. I'll just name it, maybe I'll name it as A, B, C, triangle ABC. Now I'll put up one more triangle, right, let it be P, Q and R. How do we compare these two triangles, triangle ABC and triangle PQR? How do we compare this? Suppose I take this triangle and place it on triangle ABC. What happens? It's superimposed. One is superimposed exactly on the other. I'm just putting it once again. I'm just placing it over the other. Exactly, it superimposes. Can you see that? And so that means triangle ABC and the triangle PQR are two triangles with same shape as well as same size. So that there are two things which is common. They have same shape and they have same size. Such triangles are said to be what? We say that triangle ABC is congruent to triangle PQR. So when congruence occur, there are two things to happen. They should have same shape as well as same size. So we say that triangle ABC is congruent to triangle PQR, right? Now let us consider another triangle. Okay, we will name it as again, let us name it as triangle A, B and C. Now we are going to consider another triangle. Okay, we'll consider another triangle. Okay, this triangle is, I just put it a little larger, right? This triangle is, I can name it as triangle, we'll name it as triangle PQR. And now when we superimpose this over the other, what happens? I'm just going to place this over the other. What happens? Do they have same shape? Of course they have same shape. Okay, but what happens? They have different size. Same size? No, same shape. But what? Different size. So are they congruent? They are not congruent. What do we call them? We call them, these two triangles are what? similar triangle, similar triangles or similar figures, similar triangles. So triangle ABC, how do you write similar to triangle PQR, because they have same shape and same size. Okay, so now we have to come back to this. Before that, let me put up one more figure. Okay, I'll just draw one. I'll put up one right triangle here. Okay, and I'll put one more right triangle. Just me copy. I'm just copying it. I'm just copying it. Now they are congruent, but I just increase the size. So that there are two right triangles. I can name it as like L, M, and N. L, M, and N, and X, Y, Z. What happens? We can superimpose this on the other. Like what happens? They have same shape. Like put up over here. What happens? They have same shape, right? So these two triangles have what? Triangles are similar. That means we can say triangle X, Y, Z is similar to triangle L, M, N, or I can say the reverse order. Triangle L, M, N is similar to triangle X, Y, Z. I didn't say that triangle L, M, N is similar to triangle Y, Z, X and all. No, I didn't say so. What did I say? I said triangle L, M, N or X, Y, Z is similar to L, M, N. So X is I'm relating X with what? L, and Y with M, and Z with N. That's how it is written. So that means all right angle triangles must be similar, right? Is it so? Is it? All right angle triangles are similar? Maybe, right? So I'll put up two figures here. I'll put up a right angle triangle here. Okay, I'll put it over here. How does these two triangles look like? These two triangles are right angle triangle and they have same shape. Am I right? Same shape, different size. So I mean, I'll name it as triangle A, B, C, and triangle P, Q, R. We can say that triangle A, B, C is similar to triangle P, Q, R. Same shape, same size. 3, 4, and what will be the hypotenuse? Pythagoras theorem, we can find it out as it will be equal to 5, and if we find it over, it will be 10. Right? That's a simple arithmetics in between. Fine. So can I say that all right angle triangles are? Is it so? I don't know. Is it so? That is, all right angle triangles are similar. I'm just putting up one more figure here. Right. You can see this figure. Let us see this figure. What happens? Are they same shape? They are two right angle triangles. So they are not same shape and they are not similar also. These two triangles are not similar. Why are they not similar? They are not similar. I'll write like they are not similar. I'll just score it off. They are not similar. Why they are not similar? Because what? What is the reason? Nothing. The reason is what? They have different shape. So we cannot say that all right angle triangles are similar. So now the question is, when can we say two right angle triangles are similar? That is very important point. To come back to this figure, we can say these two triangles are similar. These two triangles are similar and same shape and same size. When you look at this, something is happening. Their corresponding angles are what? Nothing but one and the same. They are equal. These two angles are equal. These two angles are equal. These two are equal, and that is P. That is, angle P is equal to angle A. Angle P is equal to angle A. Angle Q is equal to angle B, and angle R is equal to angle C. So their corresponding angles are equal. So that means that's what I'm writing. They say we have corresponding angles are equal. Okay, look at this. This angle is equal to this angle. This angle is equal to this angle. Those are right angle, right? And similarly, these two are same. right? Same shape and same, and similarly over here, these are two triangles. We have what corresponding sides are also given. So when you take the ratio of their corresponding sides, we have this in this figure. Triangle ABC is similar to triangle PQR, right? PQR, and when you look at their corresponding sides, what happens? You can say that AB divided by PQ, AB divided by PQ, first two letters, just like our congruence. Remember that AB by PQ. What is AB by PQ? That is equal to 3 by 6, 1 by 2. Next thing is BC by QR, BC by QR, BC by QR, that is the last two letters by last two letters. That's how we would like to, okay, remember that last two letters, just like congruence. BC by QR is equal to how much? 4 divided by 8, 18 equal to 1 by 2, and AC divided by PR, that is PR, that is also equal to 5 by 10, that is also equal to 1 by 2. That means their corresponding sides are also equal. So two things, that is what you have to remember here is that this is the point, that is, I'll put up one more figure. Let me see whether if we have, maybe look at this. This is the concept coming. That is, two triangles are said to be similar. They should have same shape, but not necessarily the same size. If they have same size, they are congruent. All congruent triangles are similar also, because they have same shape. Same shape undayal matram madi. So what happens? They are similar. Then what happens? Their corresponding angles are equal. Here I will name it. I will name this triangle. These two figures, we can name it. I'll put it as triangle A, B and C is similar to, here it is, P, Q and R. I am writing it. Triangle A, B, C is similar to triangle P, Q, R. Okay, which are the angles equal? Angle A is equal to angle P. Okay, I didn't write PQR like this. X and X, corresponding angles are equal. X, so A and P. Then what happens? Angle B is equal to angle Q. Angle B is equal to angle Q. Both of them, this is given as X, this is given as Y, and angle C is equal to same as angle R, that both of them given said. So their corresponding angles are equal. That means corresponding angles are what? Equal. This is what you have to remember. Corresponding angles are equal. Corresponding angles are equal. Their corresponding angles are equal. Remember this. One more thing. What about their corresponding sides are proportional? Which two triangles are similar? Triangle ABC is similar to triangle PQR. So I'll take the corresponding sides. Which are they? AB by PQ is given A by P, right? AB by PQ, A by P. This is given as A by P is equal to, next last two letters, BC divided by QR, first and last letter AC divided by PR. So that is equal to, BC is given here. How much is BC? BC is A. That is, so no, they are different. It's coming different. Order is coming. AB. How much is AB? This is C. C divided by AB by PQ. That is C by which are that? Okay, AB by PQ. PQ is R. C by R. C by R is equal to BC. BC is A by QR. A by P is equal to AC. AC is AC. AC is B divided by PRQ. The same thing is given here also. So two things we have to remember: if two triangles are similar, then their corresponding angles are equal and their corresponding sides are in the same ratio, or we say corresponding sides are proportional. Corresponding sides are proportional. That is, I'll put it here again. There are criteria given. We'll come to that later. So triangle XYZ is equal to triangle is similar to, not equal to, is similar to triangle PQR. Then what? Angle x is equal to angle P, angle y is equal to angle Q, and angle Z is equal to angle R. Also one more thing, what is that? XY by PQ is equal to YZ by QR is equal to XZ by PR. Okay, so that is the criteria for similarity. Two triangles are similar, then we have what? We have their corresponding what? Corresponding angles equal and corresponding sides are proportional, or the corresponding sides are in the same ratio. This is the basic thing in this chapter to be learned. Okay. So now we will move on to the next important thing, that is we will discuss a small theorem. This theorem is known as basic proportionality theorem, or we can say it is BPT, or also known as Thales theorem. Okay. This is a important theorem in the chapter. It's shown there. The reader, just to familiarize with you with the layout of the reader, where you can see it in page number 124, theorem 6.1. Okay, what does this say? It says that in a triangle, if a line is drawn parallel to one side, if a line is drawn parallel to one side of a triangle to meet the other two sides at distinct points, then the two sides are divided in same ratio. I repeat, I'll put up that theorem over here. I'll paste it over here. It says so. Okay, I'll take and put it over here. So this is if a line is drawn parallel to one side of a triangle, I'll change this figure for convenience, to intersect the two sides at distinct points means different points, then the two sides are divided in the same ratio. What does that mean? These sides are, if a line is drawn, so here DE is parallel to BC, and so they divide the sides. Which are sides? The other two sides. Which are the other two sides? AB and this side in the same ratio. That means the ratio in which AD by DB is equal to AE by EC. When I draw a triangle like this, this looks like to be an equilateral triangle. It's quite evident. it should be the same, right? But if I change the figure a little bit, then things will be different. I'll change this figure and draw another triangle. Okay, so the theorem says this: if a line is drawn parallel to one side of a triangle to intersect the other two sides at distinct points, then the other two sides are divided in the same ratio. So I will draw a triangle here. Okay, so it may not be an equilateral triangle, so things may be little more convenient. Okay, so let us name before naming the triangle, I'll just increase the size a bit. Now the theorem part, statement part is not required. Of course, we'll move it later. So two triangles, in a triangle A, B and C, a line is drawn parallel to one side. I'll draw this over here. A line is drawn parallel to one side. Which side? So here DE is drawn, or like DE is drawn parallel to one side BC. We have to show that. What does we have to show? they divide in the same ratio. So I will write the given part. What is given? This is what is given. In triangle ABC, DE is parallel to BC. To show or to prove that. What is to be proved? If it is DE is parallel to BC, divides the other two sides in the same ratio. AD divided by DB is equal to AE by EC. This is what we have to prove. Now we will go as like any theorem, we will go for construction. This is what we are going to construct here. What we are going to do is, first I will draw a line perpendicular. Similar from here also I will draw a line perpendicular. Okay, so we can name it as DM and EN. Also I am going to join these two. B is joined to E, and similarly this is joined. These two are joined. So the construction are draw. The construction part is this. Draw what? DM perpendicular to AE and EN perpendicular to AD. Join which all things? BE and DC. This is to be joined. Okay, BE and DC are joined. So now, before coming to this proof part, I would like to remind you something. Last year we have learned something. I don't know whether you remember it. There are two parallel lines, and if I draw two triangles, I am going to draw two triangles. The base is, maybe I can say B, C. I will take another color. The color is a bit BC. So I am going to draw a triangle here. Okay. Oh, that is going awkward. So let us triangle ABC. What is the area of triangle ABC? Area is equal to half into base. What is the base? Base into BC into its height. What is that height? Height is the distance between two parallel lines. Suppose these two lines are parallel. I am considering these two lines are parallel. That is, L is parallel to M. Now I am considering another triangle. That triangle is triangle B, that is BEC. What is the area of that triangle? Area of BC is the same color I am using. Area is equal to half into base. What is that? Base BC into, what is this height again? Nothing but distance between the parallel, that is same. How do you compare these two areas? That means these two triangles are half BCH, half BCH. That means they are same. That means if the area of two triangles with same base and lying between two parallels, there are two triangles. What are their area? Their areas are equal. I will draw one more example here, then I will clear it off. That is, there are two parallel lines. Area of this triangle is same as this triangle, is same as this triangle, the same as this triangle. Got the idea? So they are all triangles with common base lying between two triangles. Clear? So let us remove that on one point. Just suggested it. This is what we have learned last year. Okay. So that is in 9th it is there. So just remove it. Now come back to the theorem. So this is what we have to prove. Okay. What we have to prove is it's shown there. In order to prove this, we just need to remember the theorem is over. The proof is over right now. When you write this, remember that the theorem is over. So simple and easy mark. So I am going to start with what is to be proved. What is to be proved? AD. First letter AD. So I need a triangle whose base is AD. Can you tell me the triangle whose base is AD? That is nothing but ADE. It's a triangle with base. So what I am going to write is, first step, area of triangle ADE. First step. Okay, that is equal to, very simple, half. This is the proof part. Okay, I didn't write that proof part. Half into what? Half into what is the base of this? I am talking about AD as base. So, half into AD into what is the height? AD height is this. If this is the base, AD is the base. If AD is the base, this is the height, EN. Next step. Next, is there any triangle with DB as base? DBE is a triangle with DB as base. I am writing that area of triangle DBE. What is that? Half into what is the base? We are talking about the base. This is DB is the base. DB into what is the height of this triangle? This is the triangle. This is the triangle. This is the triangle. And what is the height? It's an obtuse angle triangle. It's an obtuse angle triangle. Height will be outside, right? For I'll draw it here. If there's a triangle like this, the height will be like this, right? This is the height. So outside. So same way, the height is again what? E and nothing but En. Hope you got the idea. This is the height of that particular triangle. The triangle is like this. I'll draw it again for your convenience. DB is the base. DB is the base. This is DB. This is D. DB is the base. Okay. When you extend this from, what happens? The other one. This is E. That is perpendicular is En. Okay. So height is En. Now dividing these two things. What happens? Half and half cancels, En and En cancel. There comes what? What comes? AD divided by DB. So we got this part. Now we are coming to this part. What is the next alphabet? AE. Is there any triangle with AE as the base? Which is that triangle? This is the triangle with AE as base. Which is the triangle? This one, and this one. That is nothing but ADE. Now I am going to write it. Area of triangle, same ADE. What is the base? Half into what is the base? AE was. AE is the base. Into what is the height? If AE is the base, this is the height. What is the height? DM is the height. Now next is area of triangle. You tell me, what is the base? It is EC. Is there any triangle with EC as base? Yes, EC is the, can you tell me? There are two triangles. One is EBC and the other one is DEC. I'll take area of triangle DEC. That is equal to half into EC into, can you tell me the, I'm talking about this triangle. Can you tell me the height of that triangle? It's an obtuse angle. Height is outside, DM. Now when we divide both of them one after the other, so half and half cancels, DM and DF cancels. What remains? What remains is AE by EC. So we obtain these two things. Our primary aim is to bring this. We got that. Now we have to prove they are equal. How can we prove they are equal? Now we know something. What is that? Area of triangle, the numerator part, ADE is equal to area of triangle ADE, because ADE or any name, ADE or AED, both are them same because what is the reasons? Same triangle, they are same triangle. Now similarly we have what? I'll say, I am going to tell one more thing. This is a strange thing. Triangle, area of triangle DBE is equal to area of triangle DEC. How? Why? I call this as relation number 1, this is relation number 2. Why? Why is it so? How can you say that they are equal? Which are the triangles? One is this triangle, DBC, DBE. Which is DBE? DBE is this. This is the triangle. Okay, this is one triangle. And how about the other triangle? That is DEC. Which is the DEC? This is the DEC. This is DEC. How come they are equal? They are equal because they are two triangles with same base. Which is that same base? You can take this as the base and lying between two parallel. Which are the parallels? DE and BC. I repeat, these two triangles are equal because they are two triangles with same base. I am going to take the position. Earlier we took this was the base. Of course, if I consider those two triangles, there can be considered this also as the same base, right? With same base DE and lying between two parallels. Which are the parallel lines? Which are the parallel lines? DE and BC. Two parallel lines DE and BC. Therefore, their areas are equal. Is it clear or not? They are. This is the vital point term and vital point in this particular proof. That is, these two triangles are triangles with same base. Which is that base? DE, and lying between two parallels. Which are the parallel? DE and BC. So their areas are equal. So now I am going to divide 1 by 2. 1 is going to divide by 2. What happens? So that means these two are equal, and these two are equal. That is, 3 is equal to x and 4 is equal to y. What about 3 by 4? 3 by 4 is same as x by y. I repeat, x is equal to 3, y is equal to 4. What is x by 5? It's 3 by 4. Same way, these two are equal. When you divide these two, area of triangle ADE divided by area of triangle DBE is equal to what? Equal to area of triangle ADE divided by area of triangle DEC. Now look at these two things. The first thing is this. First thing is nothing but this part, and the second thing is nothing but this part. Okay, so what is the corresponding value? AD by DB. So nothing but AD by DB. And what about this part? This is same as AE by EC. AE by EC. Hence what? We prove. This is what we have to prove. So hence proof. Hence proved. Hence proved. So I repeat, it's again what you have done is we have drawn a triangle. Then the given triangle, what is given? Triangle ABC, DE is parallel to this. Then what we have to prove, we wrote it. Then we made a construction. What is the construction? DM and EN. In the reader, maybe the alphabets may be different, or DN is here. Yeah, fine, no problem, same. Some may be nomenclature may be different, depends, no issue. Draw. Then those two constructions are made. Then what we do? We took, once we wrote, there itself is the answer, theorem proof part. First we took this as we searched a triangle. We found out a triangle whose base is AD, then DB, AE, EC. We found their areas, first two, and then divided, second two and divided, second and third one, third one and fourth one divided when we made relations. Then what? We know these two areas are equal. Similarly, the other two are also equal. Why these two are equal? This is the most vital step in this theorem. Why they are equal? They are triangles. Becomes reason what? What is the reason? Since they are two triangles with same base DE and lying between two parallel lines DE and BC, therefore their area, their areas are equal. If these two are equal and the other two are equal, then what? They are when we divide those two, that is 1 is divided by 2, we get this result. Fine. Now I am going to write one or two few examples. That is, I am just drawing a figure here to familiarize. This is just to familiarize. Triangle ABC. Why ABC? We'll change the name. We'll put it as PQR. And I can say that suppose XY is parallel to QR. XY is parallel to QR. Therefore, what happens? Implies, using BPT, what happens? Divide the other two sides in same ratio. Px by xq is equal to Py by yr. Clear? So I'll draw one more figure. This figure is maybe okay. Name it as, let us name it as L, M, and N. This, where is this? This is the line. Okay, imagine that this is parallel. It's not parallel, exactly parallel. We'll write PR. In triangle LMN, PR is parallel to MN. So what happens? These two sides are divided, these two distinct points. A line is drawn parallel to one side of a triangle to intersect the other two sides of distinct points. So what happens? LP by PM is equal to LR by RN. Okay, now we come back to this part, the original part, original figure. The original figure was somewhat like this. In triangle ABC, okay, we had DE is in triangle ABC, DE is parallel to BC. Instead of proving BPT, they may ask you this. Prove that AB by DB is equal to AC by EC. Or they may prove ask another thing that may be like this, DB AB by AD is equal to AC by AE. What the hell is this? Let us see. We have AB, earlier it was AB by DB, AE by EC. This is what we are talking about, right? AB, AD by this, AE by EC. Now we are taking the whole thing, AB by DB, AC by EC. Second part we are coming in a different way, the AB by the upper part. Let us come to this. So in triangle ABC, DE is parallel to BC, right? DE is parallel to BC. So what happens? We know that AD by usual story, this by this part, AD by DB is equal to AE by EC, same story, right? What happens if I add 1 on both sides? If I add 1, will the equality change? Still they are equal or not? Two equal quantities are there. I am adding 1 on both sides. What happens? They are still equal. I will take LCM. AD plus DB divided by DB is equal to AE plus EC divided by EC. So what happened? What is AD plus DB? Look at, come back to the figure. AD by DB, that is nothing but what? This part is AB divided by DB. It sounds a little strange, like not strange and not uneasy, because AB, DB, all the alphabets coming one after the other. So just look into the, listen like carefully, so you'll see it. AE plus EC, AE plus EC, what is that? AC divided by EC. So we get this. Quite simple. I'll come to that story. Again, once again. The second part is what? This is the second part. What is the second part? The second part is this. This is the second part. This is what you have to prove. AB by AD. What AB by AD here? We will finish off it here itself. I will put up in another color so things are easy to distinguish between. AB by, that is the whole thing by upper part. We have what we have. This is the common. I will write it here. AD divided by DB is equal to AE by EC. Okay. What about their reciprocal? Of course, their reciprocal are same. DB by AD is equal to EC by AE. Okay. Adding 1 on both sides. What happened? DB by AD plus 1 is equal to EC by AE plus 1. That means what happens? DB plus AD. What is DB plus AD? DB plus AD, the whole thing. That is AB divided by AD is equal to similarly AC divided by AE. Simple. In short, this is what we are making a conclusion. The triangle is drawn once again. This is the final conclusion. Make a note of this carefully. In triangle ABC, DE is parallel to BC. So in triangle, this is the thing. In triangle ABC, DE is parallel to BC. So make a note of this, is important. We can say AD by DB is equal to AE by EC. First thing, this by this by smaller, two smaller part by, I mean that upper part by, I'll say upper part, lower part, upper part, lower part. Got it? Second thing, the whole thing by lower part. The whole thing by, I mean maybe an error with that. So the whole thing, okay, the second point is the whole thing. What is that whole thing? AB divided by the smaller part, I mean bottom part, is equal to AC divided by AE. Next one, AB divided by the upper part AD, that is equal to AC divided by AE. Now you can take DB divided by AB, the same reciprocal of this, AE divided by AC. See, in short, you can take it in any order. If DE is the BPT says if a line is drawn parallel to one side, it divides the other two sides in the same ratio. Not only this, you can take it in any form, this by this, this equal to this by this. Okay, got the idea? Then you can say that you can say so like this one, this part by the whole thing is equal to this part by the whole thing. Any way you can write it. This is what also known as BPT, and it's a part of BPT. Okay, corollary of BPT. Leave it. So that's the story. Now we will come to the reader. We will take simple one or two questions, then we will go to the converse of BPT. We will move on to the question part. Okay, so we will simultaneously see. Let us take first question, I mean exercise 6.2. In this triangle, in this figure 6.717, find DE, and DE is parallel to BC. Find EC. Two questions are given, we will take one of them. Okay, I will take this part. I will put it here. This is the question. That is exercise 6.2, question number 1. Okay, D is, you have been asked to find EC. This is what is asked. Simple thing. This is what is asked. EC. Here what is given? In triangle ABC, DE is parallel to BC. So what happens? Immediately AD by DB is equal to AE by EC. Substitute the values. 1.5 divided by 3 is equal to 1 divided by EC. Cross multiply. EC is equal to what? EC by 1. EC is equal to what? 3 divided by 1.5. That is what? 2 centimeters. Similarly, you can try this also. Next question. Question number 2. We will take it something at random. I mean, this is, we will come back after one more, that is coming back to the converse of BPT. We will go for converse of BPT. Converse of BPT, basic proportionality theorem. Concept is very simple. That is, it is the reverse. What is the reverse? The reverse is quite simple. That is, okay, I will put up a triangle here. That is, in this triangle, we can name it as triangle ABC. And what is BPT? If a line is drawn parallel and divides in the ratio, what is the converse? If there is a line such that, DE such that, in triangle ABC, if a line DE divides if a line DE or if a line divides two sides of a triangle in the same ratio, if in triangle ABC a line divides two sides in same ratio, what is that? If in triangle ABC AD by DB is equal to AE by EC, then what? Then DE is parallel to BC. This is the converse of BPT, that is, in a triangle, if a line divides two sides, or we can start it this way, that is, if a line divides two sides of a triangle in same ratio, then the line is parallel to the third side. So this is what is to be proved. So what we do is that we proof part. What we can imagine, that is proof. You remember our how did you prove root 2 as irrational? Remember chapter 1, method of contradiction. Similarly, we will take a similar approach here, same way. Let, we will say, let, we will take the converse of this. DE is not parallel, right, like this, not parallel to BC, and let DF is parallel to BC. DF, not DE, DF is parallel. Actually, this is parallel, suppose. Okay, then what happens? If DF is parallel to BC, then by BPT what happens? By BPT what happens? DAD by DB, AD by DB is equal to AF by FC. AF by FC. AF by FC. This is relation number 1. But given, what is given? But what is given? Hello, what is given? It is given that AD by DB is equal to AE by EC. Relation number 2. From 1 and 2, what happens? AD by DB is equal to AD by DB is equal to this. AD by DB, same thing is equal to this. But that means what? These two are equal, right? These two are equal. So that means what happens? That means AF by FC is equal to AE by EC. I am just adding 1 on both sides. What happens? Is equal to AE by EC plus 1. AE by EC plus, what happens? AF plus FC. AF plus FC. What is that? That is AC. AC divided by FC is equal to AE plus A, that is AE plus EC. What is that? That is again, what is AC? AC divided by EC. So AC divided by FC, AC divided, that means if a line is drawn like this, that is a line is drawn like this, and we are telling that a line is drawn like this, AC, F is there and E is there. We say that AC by, when AC is divided by FC, this part, and the AC is divided by EC, this part, they are same. What? How hell this happen? How can this happen? You can tell me, how can this happen? This happens only if this is possible. This is possible only if what? Only if F and E are same points. Same points. This is possible, F and E are same point. That means what? DE and DF are not two separate lines, they are one and same. Therefore what? D, and this means this possible F and E coincide. That means if I taking another line, if D is not parallel, if I draw another line which is parallel, that is coming again on what? It's again coming on what? DF and E and F and E are not two different points, they are same point. That means what? DE is, or DF is nothing but same as DE. So therefore what? DE is parallel to BC. So even if you take it's not parallel, it's coming more reverse. This happens what? Only if when what? When they coincide. Therefore DE is parallel to BC. I will write 1 or 2 examples for this. Let us draw 1 or 2 triangles and here and see. And okay, there is a triangle. There is a triangle. The triangle name is X, Y, Z. I am just drawing a line like this. The line is drawn like this. Okay, and we name that and AB. So what happens? AY by or AX divided by AY, AX this divided by this side is equal to this side by this side. What happens? BZ divided by BY. That is, this line divides two sides in the same ratio, AX by this same as this by this. Therefore, what it is parallel to the third side. What does that imply? AB is parallel to XZ. AB is parallel to XZ. And draw one more figure here. Okay. And I name it as ABC. And there is a line. There is a line. What happens? It divides. I'm not going to tell anything. I just say that AX by XC is same as BX BY by YC. What does it imply? This implies what? XY is parallel to AB. So this is the converse of BPT. We will come back to the reader questions. Okay. Now let us take question number 2. E and F are some points given in the points of side PQR. There is a triangle PQR. We will just draw a triangle PQR. Question number 2. Triangle PQR. There is a triangle PQR. Okay. There is a triangle PQ and R. E and F are side PQ. E is a point here, E, and F is a point on PR. For each of the following, so we will take one of, okay, we will join that. We will take one of them. We will do question number 2, maybe 2. Randomly we will do question number 2. Okay. PE is 4 centimeters and QE is 4.5 centimeters. PF is 8 centimeters and RF is 9 centimeters. For each of you have to check whether EF is parallel to QR. When is EF parallel to this line, parallel to this? If you are going by PPT, if this line is parallel to this, sides are divided in the same ratio. What is the converse? If the sides are divided in the same ratio, the line is parallel. So we will check their ratio. PE by EQ is equal to 4 divided by 4.5. 4 divided by 4.5. What can be done? That's same as what? 40 divided by 45. How much is that? 40 divided by how much? 5 will go 8 by 9. What about PF divided by FR? That is already given by 8 by 9. So what? Their ratio, that is PE divided by EQ, is same as PF divided by FR. Therefore, what do you conclude? Therefore, we can conclude that EF is when the speed, we are increasing the speed, therefore PE by EQ is same as PF by FR. So we can conclude that EF is parallel to QR. Similarly, you try the other questions, same way, ratio or not, same or not. If there are additional questions based on this, we will do it in the worksheet, board questions based on that. Question number 3 is based on figure 3. Where is figure 6.1? This is the figure 6.18. Let us copy this figure. Okay. This 2.14, this 2.4, this nothing to do with this part. Okay, this is the question. In the figure given, that this is the condition given. What is given part? Given, this is given, LM is parallel to CB and LN is parallel to CD. Prove that AM divided by AB is equal to AN divided by AD. This is what is to be proved. Okay, this is what we proved. LM is given to be parallel to BC or CB. LM is parallel to CB. Okay, this is given to prove. We will start the proof part. We have to prove that AM by smaller part by, that is AM by the whole thing, AB, is same as AN by the whole thing, right? So now let us, there are different triangles in the, we'll take in triangle ABC, triangle ABC, A, B and C. Ready? Hope the figure is clear. LM is parallel to CB. Use BPT, what happens? Then usually AM by MB smaller by, will take the larger by. Any order, AB divided by this. Oh, we will change the order. Actually, what is our immediate BPT? AM by MB is equal to AL by LC, right? Instead of that, we will take the other part. Any order we can write. So what? AM by, this is what you have to prove. Keep an eye on this. AM by what? AB is equal to AL by LC, relation number 1. Now in triangle, next triangle, I will take the triangle AC and D. In triangle ACD, here it is given LN is parallel to CD. LN is parallel to CD. Can you make anything from this? AL by LC is already there. AL by LC, AL by AL. Hold on 1 minute. What is the reason for this? What is the how do you write? You can write corollary of BPT, or you just write BPT. Similarly now, AL divided by ALC, not LC here, there is a problem here, I have made a mistake. AM by AB is same as AL by what? AC, not LC, AC. Correct that, okay. Because this by smaller by larger, smaller by larger. AL by AC, AL by AC is equal to what? AN by, because in this triangle ACD, this is parallel to, we don't have the color there. I will take a color, similar color, fine, okay. This is parallel to this, in this triangle this is parallel to this part, okay, this is parallel. So what happens? AL by AC is same as AN by AD, relation number 2. Now from 1 and 2, what happens? When you 1 and 2, you look at this, from 1 and 2, AM by AB is equal to AL by LC. Now this AL by LC is same as what this. So from 1 and 2, what happens? From 1 and 2, it comes what? What comes? AM by AB is same as AL by LC, but AL by AC is same as this, AN by AD, and that is what we have to prove. Okay, got it? Fine. So the next question. In 6.19, this is the figure. Question 6.19. Question number 4. Question number 4. In this figure, a larger figure. In this figure, what is given? Given part. DE is parallel to AC and DF is parallel to AE. Prove that, we have to prove that BF by FE is equal to BE by EC. This is what we have to prove. Okay. So this is the given figure. In this figure, DE is parallel to AC. DE is parallel to AC. Okay. So DE is parallel to AC. We'll think about, we'll remove something and see. DE, so let us forget about DF. Okay. DE is parallel to what? AC. DE is parallel to AC. We have to prove that BF by FC is same as BE by EC. Oh, there it is. BE by EC, can you just imagine BE by EC, right? And DE is parallel to AC. Fine. Okay, so we'll make a note of this figure. Okay, we'll make a note of this figure. This is the original figure, right? Let me make a note of this figure. So in this figure we have just erased something. In this case we have erased what is not required. We have just erased this part. This part and this part is erased. So is there any scope for getting BE? What is that asked? I forgot that part. BE by EC. EC. BE by EC. BE by EC. Okay. So this is what. So given part, what is given? In triangle ABC, DE is parallel, the whole thing, this part, DE is parallel to AC and DF is parallel to AE. To prove what? Prove that what? BF by FE is same as BE by EC. For that we will take the first triangle. What is the first triangle? In triangle, proof what? In triangle ABC, I have just clear what is not required. ABC, DE is parallel to AC. Therefore, what happens? Implies what? Using BPT. This parallel, this is parallel. So what? BE by EC. What is asked to be proved? This one. We got this part. This is done. Okay, that's over. That's the trick. BE by EC is equal to what? BD by DA, relation number 1. Okay, now I'll take the figure once again. Second part. Now go into the second part. Second part. Okay. Then what else is given? That DF is parallel to AC. I am just removing the other part. DF is parallel to DF is parallel to DF is parallel to that will create more problems. Leave it. We will use this. This is enough. Maybe next time I'll set. This is not required. Let's forget about this. So which is the triangle? The next part. In triangle ABE, we can see that DF is parallel to AE. What does that imply? Is there any scope for this BD by DA? Yes. BD divided by DA is same as BD by divided is what? BF by what? FE. FE, relation number 2. From 1 and 2, what happens? From 1 and 2, what happens? BE by EC is this, but that is equal to this. Therefore, these two are equal. For that, BE by EC is equal to BF by FE. That is what has been asked to prove. Okay, fine. Okay, next is question number 5. What is question number 5 says? In figure 6.20, we will copy the figure. We will copy the figure. Okay. In this figure, this is question number 6, figure for 6.20. In this figure, what is given? We'll write down the given things here. It is said that DE is parallel to OQ and DF is parallel to QR. Show that EF is parallel to QR. This is what you have to prove. EF is parallel to QR. This is what we have to show that. Prove. In this figure, DE is parallel to OQ. So we'll take the triangle. I'll just take a triangle. The triangle that I'm going to take is P, O and Q. In this triangle, that is in this triangle POQ, DE is parallel to OQ. I'm not writing the entire part like to prove that and all. I'm just coming to the solution part directly. So in triangle, proof part or given and all, this is what we have to prove. Okay. So in triangle POQ, what is that? ED is parallel to QO or OQ. This implies that PE by EQ is equal to PD by DO. PD by DO in this triangle. Okay, this is what relation number 1. By what? By B, P and T. Now in triangle, next triangle, it is given DF is triangle. I am taking the triangle. The triangle I am going to take is P, O and R. In this triangle P, O and R, DF is in triangle POR, DF is parallel to OR. What does that imply? This implies that PD by DO is equal to PD by DO. Here PD by, here it is also PE by EQ is equal to PD by DO. So here also the same thing. Here it is DO. Here also PD divided by DO is equal to PF by FR. Relation number 2. Why? B by BPT. What is the reason? BPT. Now from 1 and 2, what happens? PE by EQ is PD by DQ. PD by DO is PF by. So what this comes to this and that comes to this. Therefore, these two are directly equal. So PE by EQ is equal to PF by FR. So what is that? What is asked? No, we are asked to prove that EF is parallel to QR. How can we prove that? This is what is asked. I'm just gonna. We have to prove that what EF is parallel to O. We have to prove that EF is parallel to QR. We don't have that. We just have PE by EQ is equal to. I'm just going to make some. Clear few things from the figure. Okay. I'm just clear this unwanted things from the figure. Okay. So what remains is this is what remains. So now what we get is that PE by EQ is same as PF by FR. So in triangle PQR, we have this relation. What is that relation? PE by EQ is same as PF by FR. What does that imply? Implies that EF is parallel to QR. Next question. We will go to question number 6. Question number 6. What is the figure given? In figure 6.2, what is 6.21 is this? 6.21. In figure 6.21, what is given is the given part. What is the given part? Given part is A, B, C are 3 points, and this is what is given in the question. A, B is parallel to PQ and AC is parallel to PR. Show that BC is parallel to QR. BC is parallel to QR. This is what we have to show. BC is parallel to show that this part. To show that the given is this in the triangle, you write all those things. In given, what is given? Given this part, this is what is given. To show that, this is to show that or to prove that. Okay, so we have to prove that BC is parallel to QR. It is given that AB is parallel to PQ. So now proof part. I'm just going to take the first, I'm going to take this triangle. I will be taking this triangle. Triangle is POQ. Okay. In triangle POQ, it is given that what is given? AB is parallel to PQ. This is what is given. Therefore, what? This implies what? OA by AP is equal to OA by AP is equal to what? OB divided by OQ. Sorry, not OQ, what? BQ. OB divided by BQ. Relation number 1. What is the reason? By BPT. Now next term, in triangle OPR. OPR. What is AC is parallel to PR, that is given in the question. This implies what? Again, OA in this triangle, which is the triangle, I am marking the triangle, this is the triangle POR, and this triangle AC is parallel to this. Therefore, this part by this part is equal to, that is what that is being written. OA by AP is equal to OC by CR, relation number 2. What is the reason? By BPT. Now from 1 and 2 what happens? From 1 and 2, OA by AP is equal to OB by BQ and OA by AP is equal to OC by CR. Therefore, OB by BQ is equal to OC by CR. I repeat how it came. I mean, this is equal to this, that is over. At the same time, this is equal to this. That means these two are equal. This is equal to this. OA by AP is this. OA by AP is this also. Therefore, these two are equal from 1 to 2. So, what is that? What is asked? That's not what is asked. We have to prove what? We have to prove that BC by QR. How can we prove that? That is, I will post that figure again. I will put up this figure, and this is what is the situation. That is, all these things I am going to clear. Oh no, I will take this part, I will clear. All this part is gone. We don't need all these things. Now, OB by BQ is same as OC by CR. So what? Therefore what? Therefore, BC is parallel to QR in triangle. Which triangle? OQR. Which reason? What is the reason? It is BPT? No, it is not BPT. It is what? Converse of BPT, and hence the proof. Next question. Question number 9. Question number 9. ABCD is a trapezium. I am just going to put up a trapezium here. ABCD is a trapezium. ABCD is a trapezium with AB is parallel to CD. AB is parallel to DC. AB is parallel to DC, and its diagonal intersect at O. Diagonals intersect at O. Diagonals intersect at O. To prove that, to show that, or show that, what is to be proved? AO divided by BO is equal to OC divided by DO. This is what we have to prove. Okay. So in this, that is AO divided by, whenever you get a question like this, I mean, just think that you can do this also. Instead of proving this, you can prove AO by, this comes over here, what OC is equal to this. These two can be exchanged, right? Alternando. The theorem is, I mean, the property is known as alternando. Okay, it's known as alternando. Forget about that. So this is same as AO by OC is equal to BO by DO. Same as proving this. Fine. So let us go for the construction part. In this, we will do a small construction. The construction is, we will draw a line. Which is the line? EO. EO. I will draw a line EO. EO. Draw line EO parallel to AB. Right. Now proof part or solution part. You can say proof part. It is asked the proof, not a theorem, so I am just writing solution part. In triangle AD or ABD, EO is parallel to AB. EO is parallel to AB. So what happens? AE by ED is same as AE by DE is same as PO by OD. You agree or not? In this triangle, this is the triangle. I'm just going to shade the triangle. In this triangle, right? And that triangle EO is parallel, so this is same as OB by OD. Fine. Okay. Now next, in triangle, what is the reason? The reason is BPT. In triangle ACD, ACD, I'll shade that triangle. That we have what? EO parallel to EO is parallel to AB, but in being a trapezium, AB is already parallel to DC. Therefore, we can write AE by ED is same as AO by OC, BPT. This is relation number 1 and this is relation number 2. From 1, AE by ED is OB by OD. From this AO by OC. So from 1 and 2, what happens? From 1 and 2, AE by ED, BO by OC. AE by ED, AO by, that means these two are what? Equal. BO by OD is equal to AO by OC, or we will change these two. What happens? OC divided by OD is equal to OA or AO divided by what? BO, and that is what is to be proved. Okay. Now question number 10. The diagonals of the quadrilateral ABCD intersect each other at O. Diagonals of a quadrilateral, so it's just said a quadrilateral, not a trapezium. So it's just a quadrilateral. It's just a quadrilateral. We'll take it as a, to show that it is a trapezium. So we'll draw it as again a trapezium. So we'll take it as A, B, C, D is a quadrilateral. What is given? In quadrilateral ABCD, diagonals intersect at the point O. And it is given that in quadrilateral ABCD, it is given that AO divided by BO is same as CO divided by DO. CO divided by DO. This is what is given. Show that ABCD is a trapezium. This is what is given. This is the given part. In quadrilateral ABCD, AO by BO is same as here. To prove or to show that, what is to be shown that ABCD is a trapezium. ABCD, quadrilateral ABCD is a trapezium means when does a quadrilateral become a trapezium? When the one pair of opposite sides are parallel. That is to show that what? AB is parallel to DC. AB is parallel to DC. This is what we have to prove. Okay. So what is given? Given AO by BO is same as CO divided by DO. AO by BO is same as CO by, I am just using that alternando principle. I am just going to change these two. What happens? Not both, these two are changed. Okay, just put it once again. I will just rearrange these two. Implies AO by CO is same as AO by CO is same as BO divided by DO. DO, relation number 1. Okay, we will go for construction. What is the construction? Same as draw construction part. Draw EO parallel to AB. Hello, remember it is not, AB is not parallel to DC. Why? That is what we have to prove. Okay, so in triangle, in triangle ABD, okay, A, B, B and D, this is the triangle. Ready? That's the triangle. The triangle is this, ADB. In triangle ABD, EO is parallel to AB. What does that implies? It implies AE by ED is equal to BO by OD. Relation number 2. What is 1? BO by DO is same as BO, okay, I'm just going to mark it, BO, I'm going to mark it, BO by OD or DO, both are same, is equal to E, but what is that equal? That is equal to OC. From 1, what is that? This is equal to what? What is that equal to? That is same as AO by CO. AO by CO. So what? Now come back to the figure. I'm just gonna what is equal to? I'll rewrite it here because so that I can clear. This means AE by ED is equal to AO by CO. Hello, come back to the figure. AE by ED is equal to AO by CO. Let us consider, the triangle. Let us consider the triangle, this one. That is the triangle ADC. This triangle. Did you get it? That triangle. Here it is said that AE by ED is equal to AO by OC. What do you conclude? This implies what? Our EO is parallel to this implies, I come back to the figure, AE by ED is same as AO by CO or OC. What does that mean? That means in this triangle, what happened? EO, this implies that EO is parallel to DC. Hello, be careful. What was that? This was the situation. EO is parallel to DC. Or I mean, it is already a construction. What is the construction? EO is parallel to AB. So what do you conclude from these two? That means a line which is parallel to two lines. What is that? Two lines are parallel to same line. They are parallel to each other. If two lines are parallel to same line, and these two lines are parallel, EO is parallel to AB as well as EO is parallel to DE. EO is parallel to, by construction, EO is parallel to AB, but unfortunately EO is parallel to this also. So what do you conclude about AB and DC? Therefore AB and DC or AB is parallel to DC. Therefore ABCD is a trapezium. ABCD is a trapezium. That's with question number 10. Okay.